Zion Williamson and Rudy Gobert both met the media yesterday afternoon. Speaking of individuals trying to save teams, Zion said that he's thrilled to be in New Orleans. Quote, "I'm not going to let the Pelicans down. I'm not going to let my family down. I'm not going to let the city down. And most importantly, I'm not going to let myself down." End quote. Minnesota, meanwhile, saw Rudy Gobert say that his goal is to win a championship. So are you more bullish about Zion and the Pelicans or Rudy Gobert and the T-Wolves?
So bullish is a relative term, because as I sit here right now, I am probably more bullish on the Warriors, more bullish on the Nuggets, more bullish on the Mavericks, more bullish on the Suns, even more bullish on the Clippers than I am either of these two teams. And let me just say, for those people who remember what I say on this show, I was the idiot who said that Zion Williamson hated New Orleans and would never resign. So clearly I was wrong. Okay, so let me get to the issue.
Noted.
Zion has some very good help around him. He's got C.J. McCollum and Brandon Ingram. But again, he's played, can I get the numbers correct here? 85 of 226 games in New Orleans. So I'm sorry, I don't trust that. Rudy Gobert has a very specific skill. He plays defense. That's important. When you talk about Zion Williamson, you're talking about dreams. When you talk about Rudy Gobert, you're talking about defense. Minnesota doesn't need offense. They were number one in the NBA in offense last year. They need exactly what Rudy Gobert supplies, and so I am more bullish on Minnesota, yes.
So I think Minnesota, though, is still dreaming of a Rudy Gobert who won't get played off the floor in the playoffs, Tony, in the fourth quarter, because he is so good defensively, but so problematic as a fit offensively. That's still an issue in terms of where Rudy Gobert fits into like an NBA Finals hypothetical. But to me, the reason why I like the Pelicans in this question is because the Pelicans are trying to do a rare thing with credibility. They're trying to be a team that can win in the short term and in the long term. The T-Wolves, Tony, they're very clearly all about the present tense. They have an ownership group that is new. They have a general manager that is new. And my question for them is, when you trade 4 first-rounders and reset the market for a star like Rudy Gobert, a one-way star arguably like Rudy Gobert, is that because you have knowledge that no one else does, or is that because you are desperate to win some sort of a press conference? And to me, that's what they're mortgaging. They're mortgaging the future for the press conference. New Orleans has a foundation. They have a GM. They have a roster that can play well into the future as well as right now.
I would take a ring if I could get a ring. I think you always play to win now. I think in every sport you should play to win now, unless you don't have the personnel to do that. I'll tell you what's interesting is what Brian Windhorst keeps talking about, that Kevin Durant may find himself in a place like New Orleans because they got a lot of draft choices. They have a Durant-like player in Ingram. And they've got a coach, Willie Green, who was close with Durant, you know, when they were both with the Warriors.
Golden State.
So if you tell me Durant's going there, I'm more bullish on them, obviously.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.